I'm Matt with etrailer. Today we're going to be talking about the Sylvania Light bar. Now this is going to be a great addition to your vehicle if you just need a little bit more light for those off-road adventures. So let's take a closer look at it. So we turned off the light to give you guys a better idea of what a difference this is going to make. So right now we just have our running lights on here, but when I turn on the lights of the light bar, it's going to be a little bit blinding. So this is going to improve your visibility a lot, especially on those roads that are a little bit harder to navigate. You're not going to have those lights helping you out a little bit on the side of the roads. This is primarily for the off-road applications. So it's going to make your journey a little bit easier. And the way this light is designed, it's going to give you a wider net of where that light's going to cast. So if I walk way over here, there's going to be more so if there's any ditches near you, you can keep a closer eye on them so you don't fall in them. Now I know I have it on the 4Runner today, and it's also going to be able to work with a lot of different other vehicles out there because it's going to have these universal brackets on there. I think this is going to be a great option, especially for those ATVs or UTVs. Those aren't going to have a lot of very good lights on them anyway, so giving you that extra vision is going to go a long way. It's also going to be perfect if you're driving up on your driveway, especially if you're in a more rural area where you're not going to have a lot of lights on those gravel areas. This is going to help you see a bit better so you don't run into a deer or anything else like that. Now that's just a couple of ways this can help you out. We'd love to hear from you how this has helped illuminate your journey. Now let's talk about the construction a little bit. So we're going to have a ton of LED lights in here, and that's what's going to give us a super bright light. But they are going to have different patterns, so they'll help throw the light in certain directions to help you out the most when you're on the road. And when it comes to the housing of this, it's going to be very sturdy. It's going to be weather resistant too, so you don't have to worry about water getting in there and damaging the lights. Now this is designed for those off-road situations, so that housing is made of metal, so that's going to be very sturdy. It's going to be able to withstand any of the vibration, the shock when you're driving down those rocks, those bumps, whatever it is, it can be able to take that. Now you will get some adjustability out of this. You can actually tilt this up and down some if you want it more downwards or a little bit more up to help you see when you're out on the road. Now another thing to keep in mind to make it fit your vehicle the best is how you're going to install it. Today we have this on our platform. Some other cases people have mounted to the front of the vehicle. Now, your ATVs and UTVs are going to be a little bit different too, but this is going to have a universal bracket to help you out with that process. But if you're curious to see how we handled it, just stay tuned, we'll walk you through it. So let's start off with grabbing our light bar, and with that we're going to put the brackets on here. So we want to make sure we're using the right side of the bracket. We're going to start off with the smaller hardware. It's going to have a split and a flat washer on there, and just make sure this fits into those holes. It should be a fairly snug fit. If you want to double check, you're going to have some larger hardware, and that is going to fit into these holes. It's going to fit into these ones on the bottom. And what we're going to do is we're going to line up these holes with the two holes on the side of the bar, grabbing that small hardware and just loosely installing it for the time being. You're going to have one on the very top and one on the bottom. And then you can repeat this on the other side. And then we're going to grab this larger bolt and put it through one of these holes in the bottom, whichever one's going to fit best for your setup. Just like that. We are going to have that split and flat washer on there. And then we're going to have a nut to go on the bottom side. And before you put this up on top of your roof, you will have some extra hardware. These are going to be some rubber washers. These are optional. Where these are going to be located, or if you decide to use them, is going to be in between this bracket and your light bar. So they'll go right in with those smaller bolts. I think this is going to be more so if you are constantly adjusting this so you're not scratching the side of that paint job on here. And we'll just push this into place. And once that's lined up, I'm just going to try to center it as much as possible on my roof. I can come back by and take a measurement from the side to the very edge here, make sure that's even, and then we can come back through and tighten this the rest of the way down with an Allen key. And from here, we can change the angle of this. So we'll just adjust it a little bit more to fit our needs. Come back through and then tighten these side bolts the rest of the way down. Now this is going to be a good time where we can hook up our lights. And the way we're going to do that today is we're going to be using this remote control panel. And we can just turn this light on just by the press of a button. That's just how we're doing it today. And in order to do that, we're going to have some wiring going up all the way here. And we're going to use a 2-pole extender. You can actually find that on our website. I like that because this makes this into a plug-and-play system. And now, if I just press this button right over here, we got some light, got some power. I'll probably just adjust this maybe up a little bit to fit my needs, then come back through and tighten that down the rest of the way. But really, that's all there is to it. If you guys have any other questions, please let us know here at eTrailer. But again, I'm Matt, and thanks for watching.